my god, he's dead! The master's dead!
Well then, Frumple, that was quite the case, wasn't it?
Oh, indeed so. Already made the evening edition, don't you know? I picked up a copy when I went to buy the boat ticket. We'll be quite the heroes, I think.
Hopefully they don't dwell too much on the part where one of the Weasel gang cracked you over the head with a pool cue and nearly made off with all the gold, eh?
Huh, wretched blighter caught me from behind. Just not cricket, is it?
Still, all worked out in the end, my friend. And just in time too, as we have this party with Admiral Gilfrey to attend.
Look, who is this chap anyway, Winklebottom?
Gilfrey's an old school friend of mine, top of his class, went on to become an admiral, then latterly undertook a number of privately funded expeditions to all four corners of the globe.
Ah, bit of a swot then, eh? We had no time for his sort at my school.
Evidently so, my friend. Right, let's get this boat ticket and be on our way. Where is the ticket anyway, Frumple?
Oh, I slipped it in the newspaper for safekeeping.
A pot of tea. Winklebottom cracks the case. A touch sensational, but they appear to have got most of the salient facts correct.
Never mind all that. What did it say about me?
Ah, well, let me see. Yes, here it is. Lord Winklebottom was assisted, as ever, by his associate, Mr. Frumple.
Mister? Dash it all. I didn't spend 8 years in medical school just to be called Mister. Bunch of bloody hacks.
Well, never mind that now, old boy. We have to get going if we're to catch this boat before nightfall.
No, I'm quite vexed now. I shan't leave until I've had a fresh cup of tea to calm me down. This one's practically tepid.
Oh, very well. I'll make you a fresh cup. The pot should be ready now. Ah, here's the ticket. I'll keep hold of this for now. Ah, do you remember this case?
Hoxton Fox Gang, wasn't it? Made a mint selling forgeries of famous works of art until you stepped in.
That's right, get this one as a souvenir. It's a reproduction of the goat with a pearl earring. Ah, the streets of London. Fair to say we've seen this city at its best and its...
Nanny used to tell me the streets of London were paved with gold. Daft old bird. It's just...
Ever the optimist, my friend. You know, we really must replace this waste paper bin. It's starting to look rather ragged.
Yes, and whose fault is that? And why you keep buying these straw ones? You know you can't resist a nibble when you're peckish.
As I say, we should replace it. Yes, a nice new straw basket, I think. I'm rather fond of this scarf. I'll take this, good for the old bones, you know. I'm rather fond of this scarf. Shame it's a... Winklebottom crack. Ah, the streets.
Nanny used to...
Ever the op. Ah, the
Nanny used...
Ever the op. I've put the milk in the... one of Frumple's many teacups. Now to pour some out. And in with the tea. Here you are then, a nice fresh cup of tea.
Ah, that's much better. I say, this tastes a bit off. Did you put the milk in first or something?
Ah, was that wrong?
Wrong? Wrong? What sort of animal do you think I am?
A most fine one, my friend. Come along, we need to be off. The ticket says we are to meet a Mr. Walters at the docks, and he'll sail us out to Guilford Island.
Oh, very well. I suppose this'll have to do. Milk first, I ask you.
Ah, just smell that salty sea air. It takes me back to my childhood holidays on the coast with Gilfrey. Even then you could tell the old boy was destined for a life on the waves.
Don't much care for it myself. Went on a ghastly school trip to Blackpool as a lad. Tried to go on a donkey ride. Donkey was furious. He told me I was too heavy. Wretched fellow.
Well, never mind that now, old boy. We need to find the docks and this salty Walters chap who's going to take us over to Guilford Island. One of the old English
Careless of you.
a number of touch not my steadfast companion and colleague. A number of wooden.
Let me in, you bleeding crooked canine. Oh,
A good day to you, sir.
it bleeding well isn't a good day. That reprobate Walters has locked me out of me. I do apologise, sir. I shouldn't take it out on you, like. But he's going to drive me out of business if I don't get back in there to stop him.
Indeed so. Quite the predicament. So this is your establishment, I take it?
Indeed so, sir. Used to be my father's. But I took it over as the oldest of the litter. We do a good trade serving the sailors and dock workers. I say, Winklebottom, I do hope he's not talking about the chap who's meant to sail us out of the island.
Can we help you get the door open? I'm rather afraid I have business with this Walters fellow.
He's bleeding well gone and locked the door from the inside. And my spare keys in my bedroom on the top floor. How am I meant to get up there? Sounds rather like your forte, what?
I do have a certain talent for retrieving things from high places, yes.
Oh, if you wouldn't mind, sir. It's the window on the right up there. Not the left one, that leads to the hallway, and we had it sealed up as it lets a proper terrible draft in right through the pub. We'd catch our death if you opened that one.
Well, I can see them, but they're rather frustratingly out of reach. Lord Winklebottom committing common larceny. Well, I can see them.
Let me in, you bleeding...
Well, goodbye then.
I say, don't you think we should help the fellow?
You know, Frumple, we...
Blimey.
You know, Frumple...
Blimey.
Excuse me, sir, would you mind... I say, there's really...
Fearsome looking
I say, old chap, a moment of your time? Greetings, my good man. Good day to you. What can I do for you? The fellow over there is proving a bit troublesome. Oh, him, he's harmless really, as long as you don't greatly value your eyeballs.
Delightful.
You'll not be getting anything out of him until he's got his morning drink inside of him. And I'm not talking about coffee, if you take me meaning. I see. I have a ticket for conveyance of myself and my colleague here with a Mr. Walters. I wonder if you know the gentleman. Oh, that layabout. Oh, I know him all right, but you'll not be going anywhere with him until he pays his docking fees. Nobody leaves this dock without my say-so. No docking fee, no permit to leave.
I say, Winklebottom, this Walters fellow sounds like a flaky sort of character, what?
Well, can we discuss this permit? How might we obtain a permit to allow us to leave the dock? Well, you could get Walters to pay his docking fee, but that's not likely to happen. Tell you what, I'm a bit short-staffed today, so if you help me with repairing this ship, I'll give you a permit.
Manual labour? Don't much like the sound of that. I have a surgeon's hands, don't you know?
Well, what can we do to help? I can do the actual work, but I've run out of wood. I need some planks or something. Very well, we shall obtain some wood for you. Also, this barrel of tar here is solidified. I don't need much, but I need a way to melt some of it. Some way to melt the tar, I see.
Shouldn't be a problem for a genius like you, eh, what?
Right then, Frumple. A collection of barrels. You know, Frumple.
Blimey.
Perhaps the...
Astral hope. I say, Wink.
Quite so. Smell.
Oh, this...
Well, you should...
Easy for you to say, my head is rather closer to my body than...
A boat hook. This should come in handy. Ah yes, this seems to be just the ticket.
Let me in, you bleeding crew.
Can we help you get...
Who's bleeding? Sounds rather like...
I do have a certain
Oh, if you wouldn't...
Right then, this should do the trick.
Thank you kindly, sir. Right then, let's see what that bleeder has been up to in my pub. You're bleeding well paid for this, Walters. Look what you done. This bleeding barrel is bleeding well empty now. Get out, yeah? Keep your snout out of me business. I be leaving on my own time. I won't be taking no orders from a landlubber like you.
I say, Frumple, this is the chap who's going to sail us to the island.
Fellow looks like he's barely able to stand, let alone sail a ship. Aye, what is it?
Greetings, my good...
Well, spit it out. What be you wanting, stranger?
You are salty...
That I am, and don't you be forgetting it neither.
Then you are to take us to the Isle of Barghest.
No, I say, you Rosser. You have tickets, you know. Pay for in advance. Nah. Now look, I won't be sailing today. I drinks me beer to wash away the terrible taste of the salty seawater. Hates it, I does. I'll not be sailing again for a while, now that I've got that accursed taste out of me system.
Ironic that a man named Salty should hate the taste of seawater so, isn't it, Frumple?
That's inconvenient if you ask me.
Well, goodbye then.
Fellow seems more than...
This fireplace... A painting of a ship. It's perhaps not the most refined...
Probably for the best.
This fireplace...
Shifty looking sort.
What makes you say that?
Can't rightly say. I say, Winkle.
Yes, very...
How can I help you, sir?
I say, old chap, any chance of lighting the fire? There's a bit of a nip in the air after all.
No bleeding way. Cost me money, that does.
I wonder what you can tell us about the sail...
The bane of my bleeding existence, that's what he is. He's cleared me out. Can you...
Very bothersome, I'm sure. I say, old chap...
No bleeding way. Cost me money, that does.
Well, thank you for your...
Very good, sir. Get your bleeding hooves off. I mean, would you mind leaving that where it is, please, sir? At least a dozen of those a day to these thieving bleeders. Oh, what terrible siren song be that. Last orders are upon us already. Ah, don't be sneaking up on me like that, you mangy cur.
Greetings, my...
Well, Spitter,
You are Salty Walters, I take...
that I am, and don't you be forgetting it neither.
Then you are to take us to the Isle of Bar...
No, I be... I say, you Rossa, you have tickets? Nah.
Well, goodbye then.
Fellow seems more... Aye, what is it?
Well, goodbye then.
Fellow seems...
These are made by the finest craft sauces. I say, barkeep, would you mind awfully if I took this empty barrel?
You'd be doing me a favour. That beer-soaked bulldog has emptied it anyway. Damned if I can figure out where you...
Here you are, a barrel. It's a good effort, but I can't very well plug this hole with a whacking great barrel now, can I? Maybe if you... I have reservations about doing this. I'm not really sure what... I'm not quite sure what...
Picking up litter, eh? Very public-spirited.
No, sorry.
Hey, get your pilfering paws off those glasses. Hey, get your... That be mine, you giraffe.
No. I'd really rather not. Let's take this with us just in case. You know, Frumple, we might be able to make use of this saw.
Blimey.
This tar is hard as rock. We'll need to heat it to get any out.
Can't stand the filthy stuff.
I have reservations. I'd really rather... I have No, I don't think... This seems... no. I'm not really... A collection of
I say, Winkle.
Quite so, old... This seems perhaps...
That's all.
Lord Winkle... Lord Winkle... One of the old...
Careless. Ah, don't be snip. Now look here, you boy won't be sailing.
Ironic that a man named...
That's true. Now look here, boy won't be sailing.
Ironic that... Well,
Fellow seems...
this seems unlikely. I have reservations.
How can
I say, old boy, would you mind awfully letting us have that jug of rum you have sitting on the bar over there?
Well, suppose you did help me get back in me pub. Fine, you can have the bleeding thing. On the ass, like.
Well, thank you.
Very good, sir.
We should take our reward. I'd really rather not. No, I don't think this is... no. Here you are then, sir, some alcohol. Perhaps this will quench your thirst?
I say, nearly ripped your blasted hoof off.
Well, that seems to have calmed him down considerably. Though I can't help but feel we aren't really helping the poor wretch here. You know what? Rumple, I'm rather inclined to leave the... Now this fella... You see... Now, Frumple, you hold...
Careful where you're away.
Will this do the... Ah, yes, it's... I say, old chap. Well, can we discuss it? How might we obtain it? Well, you could get Walters to pay his docking fee, but that's...
Manual labour, don't much like...
How might... Well, you could get Walters to pay his docking fee, but that's not likely to happen. Tell you what, I'm a bit short-staffed today, so if you help me...
Manual labour, don't much like...
Well, I can do the actual work, but I've run out of wood. I need some... Very well, we shall obtain some wood. Also, this barrel of tar here is solidified. I don't need much, but I need a way to melt some of it.
Shouldn't be a problem for a genius like you, eh, what?
Right then, Frumple. This tar is hard as...
Can't stand the filthy...
I have reservations. No. This tar is hard as rock. We'll need to heat it to get any out.
Can't stand the...
A number of wooden... I'm not really sure. I have reservations.
How can I help?
I say, old chap, any chance of lighting the fire? There's a bit of a nip in the air after all.
No bleeding way, it cost me money that does. And with that waste of space drink me out of house and home, I need to save every last shilling. It'd have to get a lot colder in here before I start a fire.
Well, thank you for your time.
Very good, sir. Oi, what is... Well, that I am.
Then you ought to...
No, I say you... Nah.
Well, goodbye.
Fellows in...
I'm not really... It's no good. And...